Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of Shy Bulls Podcast. On today's episode, we got to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. This stretch right here is about to be real tough for the Chicago Bulls. The test is just getting started for your Chicago Bulls. How will they fare during this 15-game stretch to end the season? Because there's some heavy hitters on this schedule. Y'all already know. You got to hear the music fit.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, holding it down for another episode of Shy Boys Podcast for me and my co-host, C-Dub. If you like what you're listening to today, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, look, the test is just getting started for our Chicago Bulls. The last 15 games of this season is very, very crucial. We know what the hell we have gone through all season long supporting this Bulls team. We already know. We done been through heartbreak. We didn't have celebrations. We didn't been through turmoil. We didn't have shots of liquor. We didn't been kicked while we was down. We didn't call them soft. All type of female dogs and garden hoses or garden tools. It is what it is. We know what the hell we've gone through with the Chicago Bulls this season and how up and down it has been for the entirety of the season. We already know, man. But can the Bulls somehow figure it out? I don't know. I'm still going to remain even keel right here. Yes, we beat the Denver Nuggets in a great game. Yes, we beat the Houston Rockets with a nice surge in the fourth quarter to seal the deal. The fact of the matter is that these guys won the game, but my mindset is still the same. Remain even keeled, because the moment we get too high, the Bulls take that axe and they start chopping the wood right back down or knock us down, knock that tree down. And once we get too low, they come in like that, like the parent when you come in and swoop your baby up, in the middle of the night when they crying to you. Yeah, just chill out, little baby, chill out, little baby. But that's just what it is. Currently, the Chicago Bulls sit in the 10th spot in the East with a chance to move up. I think they are 2 games back from the 8th seed, which will be necessary. So you only got to play one play-in game. You don't want to find yourself in the 10th spot having to win 2 play-in games and then starting off a series against whoever it is that you might face off, looking like a rematch. If you do get in, it's looking like a rematch with the Bucks. But if you get in that 8th seed and you win that first play-in game versus the 7th seed, now you play the number 2 seed, which is the Boston Celtics, which I think that the Bulls are a better matchup against, even though we do know what those boys in Boston can do to any team on any given night. But the Bulls, they're going to have to go ahead. They're going to have to dig deep. They went in a press conference after the Rockets game, and they said all the right stuff once again. The Bulls, bro, they undefeated when it comes to pre-game conferences and post-game conferences. I'm trying to tell you, they undefeated. They say all the right things. You know what I'm saying? And Billy Donovan said, hey, we got to focus on us. We know the teams that are coming up, they're going to be tough. We have to focus on us and just take it a game at a time. And I say that's 100% true. You cannot focus on who's coming up next and what they're doing and how they handle the business, or those teams in that play-in spot on how they handling their business. You got to worry about Chicago Bulls basketball. And I think that the way that the Chicago Bulls lead themselves into the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs, is through Zach LaVine. You have to have Zach LaVine in the driver's seat with DeMar DeRozan as a passenger. That's my opinion. If you disagree with it, tell me why. But I still don't give a damn, because I'm still going to ride with Zach LaVine. And I'm going to say this, whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But if anybody is still questioning what Zach LaVine brings as a player and to this team, he has proven you wrong, and he has told you to shut the hell up. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. But that's another topic for another day. But now, just looking at what is in front of the Chicago Bulls, it's really, really tough. Wednesday night, we got the Sacramento Kings, number 2 seed. They going up and down between the 2 and the 3 seed right now. And hey, that they can speak for themselves, bro. Young, scrappy team that can get up and down the court with the best offensive rating in the league. Something that's going to be in, bro, and they know how to close games. And we know the history with the Chicago Bulls struggling with young athletic teams that want to push the pace and run up and down the court. Then you got the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that has, hey, they shut me up too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they still a tough team right now. You got the Miami Heat. You got the Philadelphia 76ers twice, who we know the Bulls have struggled the last 2 years playing this team. Yes, the last time we played them, we beat them. But keep in mind, Joel Embiid didn't play that game. So when we played them those 2 times, Joel Embiid more than likely will be playing in those games because they trying to go on a nice push too, and they have been playing some good basketball. Then we got Portland, Los Angeles Lakers, Clippers, Lakers again. So in those 2 teams right now, they playing particularly well. You know what I'm saying? And the Bulls got to come out and be ready to handle business. You got the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets, you know what I'm saying? They stopped the New York Knicks, win streak, and the Bulls struggled a bit against the Charlotte Hornets at some point of this season as well. None of these games are gimmies because then you got Memphis with the dancing Ja Morant and all those guys expected to be there. Atlanta, Milwaukee, Dallas, and ending the season with Detroit. There is no gimmies here for the Chicago Bulls. The test is only getting started for your Chicago Bulls. How will they fare in that? What would the game plan be? Can Billy Donovan start to cut down on those rotations, or will he still continue to run with these rotations to where these players have been performing particularly well? I would say the X factor, if we doing the X factor is Patrick Williams. The X factor for the Chicago Bulls is Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams, if he comes in and gives you something in the double-digit range off the bench and add on some rebounding and some solid defense, he will help the Bulls get some wins. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting no number on there because, like I said, we got to remain even keel with this team because these, just like they can come out and beat Sacramento, Minnesota, Miami, they can come out and lose 3 straight. That's the nature of the team. We can win those first 3 games. We can also lose those first 3 games because we know our Chicago Bulls. Because even if we go in and say in the next 3 games we go 2-1, you still really, really, really have to worry about the Bulls against the 76ers, which in the past we have not done well against. We got to come out with a different mindset, and that's just what it is. Lock in. I love the energy that Pat Bev has added on to this team. But if we keeping it a buck in 7 games, we only 4-3. So, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I love to have him on this team. I love what he brings to this team. I love everything that these guys have been doing these last few games. But it still remains to be seen if the Bulls can win when it matters, or if the Bulls can win by any means. I don't give a damn if you win by 1 point in the next 5 games. You got to find a way to win a game. You have to. You got to find a way to win a game because, as mentioned before, the Bulls test is just getting started. It's just getting started. You know what I'm saying? And the test is right around the corner. I think the driving force needs to be Zach LaVine, and the other 2, that's part of the big 3. They got to help contribute, but Zach LaVine should be the leading scorer and the driver of the bus or the car. Whatever vehicle you want to, the plane, whatever mode of transportation you want to take, Zach LaVine has to be the one that's either driving it, steering it, flying it, or walking it. Goddamn, if they're walking downtown, Zach LaVine need to be in the front, and the X factor, with the spare key, needs to be Patrick Williams. That's me. Patrick Williams is the X factor for the Chicago Bulls if they want to make a strong push into the playoffs. Play in is cute, fine and dandy. I'm still rooting for the play-in championship so I can see Pat Bev take his shirt off, throw it into the crowd, and share the tail for Chicago. It's bust. But at the end of the day, if you want to go ahead and make the playoffs, Zach LaVine got to be the driver. Patrick Williams got to be the X factor. That's what it really is. And y'all tell me, how y'all think the Bulls going to fare in these next 15 games? What do you say, 10-5? Or is that being too optimistic? 8-7? The 8-7, just slightly above average? I don't know. Hey, we'll see. I ain't going to put it on wax, not yet. I ain't going to put it on wax quite yet. But hey, if y'all like what y'all heard today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We ain't get that many voicemails last week, but hey, we still doing it. If you want to go ahead and send a voicemail in or a text message, hit us up on that number, 773-242-9219. This is another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. I'm Bobby. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Cognac. Gang.